guess I might as well call it an addendum at this point over here. It's still 21st of May, 2021, Friday night. Don't even ask me what the damn time is. I can't even see without my damn glasses. So, it's 6:41. Wowzers. I've been asking myself the same damn question even after I did the video before this one here. What the hell would Christ look at an asshole like me in the first place? I mean, shit, when I've been doing the other videos, it's been doing in polite language. Trying to come up as one particular character, or actually one particular person who's trying to say what's going on his mind and his heart and everything else. But I tell you one thing, it's hard as hell to stay away from all the damn anger, resentments, and frustrations, and the preconceptions, and everything else going on in my head, especially when I hear walking, talking triggers outside. And I have to remember, there by the grace of God go I. And the problem is, sometimes it's either with a sword or a baseball bat that I think of from time to time. It's a hell of a lot of anger and a hell of a lot of frustration and a hell of a lot of anger and resentment that needs to be getting rid of, because Christ would never like this in the first place. God would never appreciate this. He doesn't like hypocrites. He likes people being straight honest, or trying to be straight honest, or working on that damn thing. But people lying for a living because they either got a fear or they're comfortable with the damn shit. I'm looking at the neighbors outside. Teenage brats. Want to open up another Pandora's box. And the cultures. No, because when you're dealing with the cultures that we've been talking about these days on the news, and then you're talking about the culture clashes, you're talking about, if we're going to be bringing the thing up, racism, racial clashes. How would Christ deal with the people over here in this apartment complex? He would prefer people trying to help each other out, trying to understand each other. But holding a hell of a lot of lifetime grudge against him? My God. Again, in this apartment complex with my brother before he passed away, 5 or 6 years ago. And, we didn't have any racial intolerances going on until we started dealing with the damn kids, and some of the neighbors are coming from, they considered ghetto neighborhoods or their own hoods, and acted as such and had a disregard for property, people, and everything else. And the attitude still prevails. They've grown up and they've gotten worse. It's no wonder all the preconceived notions concerning about racial hatred and racial anger at this point over here are going ape, are going sky high on the apex charts. I mean, and for me, I hate it feeling that way. Honest to God, I was never raised up like that in the first place. I don't know how many times I've talked about it in the videos and audio recordings, trying to get the damn stuff on my damn chest. Because every time that ugly thing keeps popping up over here, where I have to start calling them by the racial slurs, they're always calling themselves that name. Some people are actually comfortable with the name, and others are not. I was raised not to be comfortable with those kind of slurs. But other people certainly are, especially the ones who keep calling themselves that one in the first place. And by the way, I'm a white cracker, don't you know that? I'm not a frickin' nigger. I guess I was raised a hell of a lot different. Not better, different. I was raised and taught to be respectful of everybody. Race, color, creed, religion, skin color, attitude, and listening to the kids outside. It's like the racial stuff coming out of me is like pretty damn ugly and stark. I'll probably get a hell of a lot of heat on this shit. Where are these guys coming from? Compton? Yeah, the thought what was in my head there. So I'm just by those remarks I've made. I know there was another Pandora's box that just got nuked. Just exploded already. And there comes the uglies. Creeping and crawling around here left and right. The attitudes, the words, the feelings. And it should make me sick to my stomach, and it does sometimes. But when it doesn't, I know I'm really in trouble. Especially when I get a cold pit in my stomach. And that's situations where I don't care about what happens to them. Not as human beings, not as anybody. It's not the entire race. I hold it against her. I hold it against the individuals. Because I've had a lot of people interracial that I've dealt with all my life, and I didn't have issues with them. At least not for the most part anyway. If people had been watching the videos, they'd be knowing the kind of struggles I've had. But not spouting off Klan bullshit or white power bullshit. I got used to the idea of different people getting along and not trying to kill each other, showing different examples left and right of in shows and books and whatever kind of form or fashion I can learn how just to be tolerant of others. Maybe appreciate them, maybe accept them, maybe make him into an extended family of sorts. I've had conversations with a neighbor or two concerning about some of these tendencies. I'm surprised he's had it too. Well, not against the whites, but against his own. He's seen it, he didn't like it. He's got a family who's been staying away from some of those influences out there because they want to keep what they've got. But they also want to demonstrate what kind of decent people that they are. They don't want to challenge the norm out there. They don't want to challenge any of it out there. I mean, at first, trying to be nice. When they really started getting into, the racial labeling and stuff like that, it's like, turn off my friend. But then again, he also works and never has any time. He's barely have enough time for his family anyway as he works his butt off. And the thing is that this guy I've known for a few years since moving into the apartments I live out here in Roseman, and he's a decent guy, and he's got a decent wife and a decent daughter. Then again, I know how someone's going to be flipping on this one, looking at it and say, define decent. When your gut and your brain agree with each other what decency is, I don't have to explain it to anybody or justify it to anybody because I already know inside. So in that, I'll be holding that particular line of logic rather insulting. Said before in my other videos, I've had families that were racially mixed, and they were extended families, and when they lost loved ones in them, I cried because I felt like I lost family members that belonged to mine. They lost their mother. I lost part of my soul. She was a beautiful woman inside and out. And I loved her family, still do. So yeah, it has made me sensitive to racism around here. It has made me sensitive to calling people names left and right. I know what racism is. Not that I've experienced it myself as a young kid. And I said so before a long time ago. I know what it's like to be picked on. I know what it's like to be harassed. I know what it's like to hate a race. And I know what it's like to hate other individuals. Maybe that was one of the reasons why I picked German instead of Spanish. Because I couldn't stand the Latinas. And yet I had an eye on a Latina girl when I was in elementary school. And I still kept her memory in my heart. She was a wonderful young girl. And I was a shy young man. And I was getting picked on by the blacks and Latinos in the area. I had one particular town that lived in the San Fernando Valley in the late 70s. And even in the same area, that's where I met that extended family with the wonderful mother. She was a hard ass, just like my mother, but she was also nice and kind. They got along great like sisters. In fact, I believe they are soul sisters. And the family was special to me and still is. They had their own lives and own paths, and maybe one of these here days I'll cross them again. But I know in my heart I still love them. And they still love me one way or another, I guess. But seeing people in that kind of ugly, dark-colored glasses on a shadowy night, that doesn't work for me either. Going after people and thumping them because they're different, because they believe in something else, because their culture tells them something, or I don't get it. I just having a problem understanding all this damn crap happening right now. So this, I do, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know why these people are happening what they're happening right now, and it's I never could quite understand or figure it out myself. Especially when the hatred starts leaching into churches. And when I happen to start seeing something on the news concerning about hatred lurching in the churches, and now we have to hate people instead of accepting them. If they're not accepting Christ, then we got a problem with them. But now we got QAnon and other assholes in there disturbing everything else concerning about the teachings of what the church is supposed to be. Now you got a church within a church. Now you got an anchor. Now you got an anchor mob in there. Is it the same thing for mosques? For temples? Is anger and hatred and intolerance for everybody else is going to be the universal shit these days now? I mean, if that's the case, I might as well keep my own damn religious beliefs and viewpoints silent. But that's what the others would want now, isn't it? Which means now I gotta do the opposite end and make myself a complete fool and jackass and really put myself on a damn soapbox. And really tell these people off. Because I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. And they don't like it. I'm going to have the courage and strength at this point over here to go tell them to go fuck themselves. Go fuck off. So now, this is where we are these days, isn't it? Some of the videos I kept trying to keep the language clean as possible. Not fucking screwed up at this point over here. I mean, if Christ ever came into this house to hold over here, if one of his angels was just watching, I'd probably say, God, we got a problem with this guy's language over here. He's too salty. Maybe I'm not salty enough for him. Or maybe I should have kept up with the sodium levels on it. I don't know. Kept up with the sodium chloride on it. can't stand what's happening to people these days. I don't understand it with them. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to learn why things are happening. And there's no explanation. There's absolutely none out there. For the most part, so I guess these two videos are going to be post-dated. Postmarked that way, I guess. You know, the QAnon conspiracies can talk all their bullshit they want, and people can follow all that damn crap. But it comes down for me personally, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I haven't gone into the church in a hell of a long while. I haven't gone into any religious buildings. I haven't done anything for the religious maintenance. I got to be honest about that one. I haven't sang in a hell of a long while. I haven't done the formalized prayers. But the thing is, I try to talk to God every single day, one way or another. It's my version, my understanding of the power greater than myself. Because I have to know, and I have to be connected one way or another to that power, because it's the only way I'm going to be able to stay sane and try to deal with what I've got to deal with right now as it is. And we've got too much issues happening right now. Way too many issues. You guys want to think about QAnon? You guys want to talk about QAnon? You're going to be following some of their asshat. Oh, I love that one, asshat. I'm so damn old-fashioned, I don't even take up the new insults these days, just the older insults. Okay, how about assholes? That works for me. You're going to be listening to some asshole on the internet that's going to be telling you what to think, be, feel, anything else. You're going to be programmed like a damn drone, like a damn Borg. Be my guest. You're the one giving up everything and anything just to follow some other asshat with all this damn conspiracy bullshit, because you're the one making the damn choice, not me. I'm not making it. You are. I follow what's in here and what's in here, and what I know and I see, and that I can understand what's going on around me. Sometimes I have to be open-minded about it, and other times I'm pretty damn close-minded about it, because I've already got my conclusions on it based on whatever evidence has been happening around here. And sometimes the evidence is a bit off, and you still have to go by your gut, not by somebody else telling you to go fish for the damn shit, because they're telling you to. And I refuse to deal with that bullshit. It's like dealing with a piece of trash all the damn time. Either you're going to get rid of the damn shit, or you're not going to get rid of the damn thing. And QAnon to me is a piece of trash. Anything and everybody revolving around this thing is trash. They want to follow trash, they just become trash. So let me see if I can get the phone number for the local waste management company out there. See if we can get a trash run. I'm sure there's an empty trash can around here I can dump their damn ideas and bullshit into. Then we can bury the damn thing. I don't know if we're going to be able to do any bodies or not. But you know, that's the sickest damn joke I could actually make in a situation over here, which is going to be going over like a lead fart in a whirlwind at this point over here. Suffice it to say, I can't stand conspiracy nut jobs. I can't stand their bullshit left and right, because they leave themselves into a piece of trash moment. They want everybody else to be the trash heap at this point. So that's why the jokes regarding the waste management You want to be treated like trash? Fine, I'll just get a waste management truck and treat you as such. How's that? If you're going to be using your damn head at this point over here trying to figure shit out, then we got another thing to do, don't we? But until then, maybe I should find me an old garbage truck. You know, the ones we used with the old garbage cans, the old steel ones. Anybody's got a conspiracy theory over here? I got a one-way trip. I got a one-way trip to the dump for you. Of course, I don't think that joke's also going to be going over like a lead fart in a whirlwind as well. It's one thing when I put it out there on social media. I mean, it is a joke at this point over here, but some people will be taking it as reality, thinking, "Oh my God, now he's coming out there looking for QAnon supporters." Yeah, there's going to be a mad guy over here with wild hair and wild eyes behind a steering wheel of an old garbage truck going, "Where's my next conspiracy nut job? I'm going to find this guy. Ah, there's one over here. Come here. I'm going to put you into my garbage truck and I'm going to give you a nice ride over to the dump." My straitjacket size is about 5 or 6X at this point over here, and I prefer Camera Rio. Stay home for the bewildered. Thank you very much. Just give me a padded room ready to go. Till then.